grab yourself a cuppa because this is going to be juicy. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really good and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm going to be sharing with you a little Q&A of some juicy unanswered questions, some questions that maybe you've been wanting to know, some things that you've wanted to find out, or things that you might be unsure about in my life. So I have asked over on my Instagram if you'd like to ask me anything, and then I was going to film it on here. So today is the day that I'm sitting down finally and going to record this and share with you some questions that I got and answer them for you. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's get straight into the questions. Starting off with the first question, is this your dream home or do you think you'll move abroad eventually? So I feel like no home is your forever home. I feel like the people that you are with is your home, and yes, our home is gorgeous and I'm so happy here and we're making it into ours because we've still got loads of things that we want to change about it. I wouldn't say it's going to be our forever home because I feel like we will move again at some point. Probably not areas, but we'll probably move house eventually at some point. I don't know, I just feel like I'll never have a forever home because my family and everything are my home, and when I'm with Steve and the kids, that's my home, that's my comfort. So wherever we are, it doesn't matter to me. I would absolutely love to live abroad. Hopefully one day we will have a house somewhere in a different country in the sunshine. That is the plan, that is the goal, so that we can spend all of our summer there and spend weeks and weeks there at a time. That is the ultimate goal for me and for Steve as well. He said that himself, that he'd like that. So maybe not live there, especially while the children are young. We won't be living abroad because I just think they're really settled now. I don't want to move them again and they have to go through all of that again and have to make new friends and all of that change. They're really happy now and they've made loads of nice new friends in the new area, and I really wouldn't want to disrupt that. So I'm just happy where we are now and really enjoying making our house a home and just enjoying the area that we're currently in and the surroundings and just meeting new people and the kids making loads of new friends and things like that. So I'm really happy with where we are now. So we will probably move at some point and we'll probably never live abroad unless me and Steve do when we're like 50. When the kids have grown up, we might decide to go and live abroad, but right now, no. Someone else has asked, were all your children planned? What was the hardest transition child-wise? So I have always said I would love to have 3 children. I've said it forever, like I'd love to have 3 kids. I want a big family. I just imagined like Christmas time and like big events and stuff, and you've always got loads of kids running around and it's just a big family, big house, and just you're all together. Like I've always imagined that. So in my eyes, I always wanted to have 3. Steve was always more like, I'm happy with my 2, like I'm really not bothered. So Roma was a little bit unplanned and kind of a surprise to us, but it takes 2 to tango, you know. These things happen, and obviously it's the best thing ever now, and we're both very happy and we love our 3 children. We love having 3 kids and it's all fun and games and it's just great fun and they keep us on our toes and it's just happiness. Like they're the light of our life, like they're the best. But going from 2 to 3 was definitely the hardest transition, because having 3 kids is like having 10 kids, like having 3,000 kids, but having 2 kids is having 2 kids because you've got an adult and an adult to have 1 child each. So having 3, you've got to split yourself. We are totally outnumbered. You can't have that one-on-one time as much because there's 3 of them to like spend that time with and do different things with, like after school activities and remembering this for school, remembering that for school, remembering this person wants to go to this house for tea and this person wants to go to this house. Which friend are we inviting over this week? Where are we gonna, like, it's just a lot. A bigger car, like we've always had a big car anyway, to be fair, and they fit in the car that we've got now. But like holidays, just it all becomes more and a little bit more harder and a little bit stressful when you've got three. But I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, it's the best thing ever, and they love each other so much, and we're just the best happy little unit, and I love our little bubble and our little family unit. So yeah, it's a very hard transition going from 2 to 3, but it's the best. Someone has asked, do you still have your cat Ronnie from when you moved house? Right, this is a question that I get asked quite a few times, not loads, but unfortunately Ronnie passed away. We don't have him anymore. I can't believe the luck we've had with our cats. It's been horrendous. So we had Tiger back at the old house, who had kittens and everything. She went missing, didn't see her ever again, and we searched and searched, and we just assumed something's happened to her back at the old house. There was so many different things that could have happened to her. And then we had the 2 cats that we got from that they were in a barn, that they were found and they needed a home, so we took them in because we'd lost Tiger and we really wanted to have another cat. And it happened so that there were two brothers that needed a home. So Arnie and Ronnie. Arnie passed away not long after we got him. He had some sort of issue. We took him to the vets, and he actually passed away at the vets. He was really struggling with his breathing and things like that, and it just wasn't right. And then Ronnie, he was great, absolutely fine. He was amazing, so much fun, loved him. He was the best little boy. Everyone got along, like the dogs and the cat, and it was great. And we brought him over here, and he was happy, and he went out and he was fine and everything was normal. And then one day we woke up and he was dead downstairs. Don't know what had happened to him. We took him to the vets and see if they could tell us what had happened to him, but they think that it was potentially that he'd got poisoned. So whether he's eaten something that he shouldn't have done. But yeah, he passed away at our home. I would say the back end of last year. So I didn't really want to make a big song and dance about it. I feel like you can either I don't know, it's so difficult when you share your life online, because you can overshare and then you feel like you have to explain yourself all the time to everyone and explain it when really you don't need to know. And sometimes life is private, and you know, these things are awful, and we were all so upset and heartbroken when that happened. And then the last thing you want to do is then go on your Instagram and be like, oh, this has happened. And I just thought I'd come on and tell you, like, no one needs to know, like, it's not their life, this is our life as well. Take that into consideration. So that's why I never brought up that. And I know lots of you probably would have thought, oh, where's she's not shared the cat recently, or she's not talked about Ronnie, or pictures of him on, or videos of him. And I just didn't really want to talk about it. I just didn't want to address the fact that he'd passed away, because we've just had such rubbish luck with the cats, and it just makes me so sad, because they were all the best. They were all so lovely. But that's what happened, and we miss them all so much. I don't think we'll ever get another cat though now, because I just feel like we just don't have the luck with them at all. I don't know what. No, it's not worked out for us. So someone else has asked, how do you keep up your love life when you've got 3 kids? Not gonna go like crazy into this, because the children are getting older now. They'll watch these videos back, their friends maybe will watch these videos, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, because obviously it's personal and it's private, and I have talked about this before on my Instagram, and I've openly said things about it, and I don't mind at all. But I think now that the children are getting a little bit older, I just don't want them to see any of this and feel embarrassed or anything. Or it's life, it's normal, people do it, but I don't want to talk about it too much and then feel embarrassed by it. So yeah, it's all great, and I think the key to having a really good love life with your partner is making time for each other, and setting that time for each other, and making sure that you do prioritize you time together, because it's so important. And you wouldn't have the family unit that you have if it wasn't for you two in the first place. So I always try and think of it like that, like you have to continue to work on your relationship, and loving each other and taking care of each other, and just sending each other a nice message every day, like just little things, like little gestures. And even if you just have a date night at home, you don't have to go out if you can't go out, because it's hard getting childcare when you've got 3 kids. Who wants to look after 3 kids? Like, if they don't need to, you know, it's hard, and I always feel guilty asking for childcare. So if you can have date nights at home when the kids are all in bed, then do that, and just watch a movie together, go for walks together, and just know that you will get that time back with each other when the kids are like at school, and when the kids start to grow up. Like, they're not going to be little forever, and someday they won't want to spend every waking minute with you, and they'll want to do their own thing with their friends, and you two will be able to spend more time together again. So just cherish kind of where you are at now. Like, I try my best to just be in the moment and enjoy now, present time, because life's so short. And yeah, just try and prioritize each other, send each other nice messages, just little gestures. Make sure you don't go to bed on an argument. Make sure you just love each other more, like romanticize your relationship again, and just fall in love with each other again if you're struggling and you're finding it really hard at the minute with kids, because kids can make your relationship be hard. Like, it can put such a strain on it, but you've got to look and think about how you got here in the first place, and try and remember why you were together in the first place before the kids were here, and just try and make each other happy and spend time together, and make quality time for each other on an evening when the kids are in bed. That is your time together. Like, put your phone down. If you can spend 10-15 minutes scrolling on your phone, then you can spend 10-15 minutes with your husband, with your partner. I think you've got to try and look at it like that. And if you really want to spend time together and make time for each other, then you've got to prioritise that. Well, this is a good one. Someone has asked, what happened with you and Channel Mum? If you are an OG, if you have followed me forever since I started this channel, you'll know that I was with a management called Channel Mum. I think they went into like liquidation. They don't exist anymore. But basically they were like a talent management. They managed me when I first started doing Instagram and YouTube. They were my management. They would bring me brand work. They would get me all of my work in and things, and they would take a percentage of my earnings. So whatever the brand fee was, they would take a percentage of that. And they would help me find the work that I needed. And it was all about mum life. And Channel Mum was like very goody two shoes, very mumsy. So when I first started out, I was all about motherhood and sharing my motherhood journey, breastfeeding, everything like that. And everything was going really well until I started to open up a little bit more and started to just be me and just be normal and be real. And I think one time I was singing to a song. I was singing on my stories like an Ariana Grande song that had swearing in it, and they were talking about sex in it, in the song. I can't remember the song now, but they were like, you need to take that down, Rebecca, because it's just referencing like rude stuff. Well, it's my Instagram and it's my page, and I'll share what I want to share. So that's kind of like, there were just little things like that happened. And the trolling side of things, I obviously have been trolled lots in the past, still probably do now. Really doesn't bother me. Like, I'm so over it. I'm just numb to it. Like, I'm really not bothered. People can say whatever they like. They are the ones that are unhappy and miserable in their life, and I'm happy and they are miserable. So you cannot, surely, it just blows my mind how someone can sit and talk about somebody and say nasty things, make up lies, write things about someone, comment on someone's life when they don't know them personally. And it's just all down to like jealousy and bitterness. People just don't like to see somebody doing well and seeing other people happy. If they're not thriving, or they're not having a nice life, or they're not happy, they love to tear other people down and try and make other people feel or look bad. So all the trolling got quite bad at one point, I think, and they basically couldn't deal with it, and it was all too much. Like, brand work was getting pulled, brands were then stopping jobs with me and stuff. They would tell Channel Mum that they didn't want to work with me because of trolls were messaging the brand, and trolls were contacting the brands and saying, look, Rebecca's this, that, la la la, and making up loads of different lies and stuff. So the brand were so new to all the trolling. It was really new back then when it all became a big thing, so a lot of brands didn't have a clue how to react to it or know how to work with what was going on. So they would just pull the jobs and they'd stop working with me or the influencers, any influencers. There's plenty of other people it's happened to as well. But I think brands now are a lot more aware of this, and that there's lots of trolling and everyone gets trolled. And if you are online and you share your life and you're a content creator, you're a social media influencer, you're whatever, you get trolled. Anybody that shares their life online, someone hates them, somebody has something to say about them, someone makes up stuff about them. So I think brands are now a lot more aware of that and know how to deal with it better, and they wouldn't just pull the job anymore, and they wouldn't just let you go like that. But back then it was bad, and that's why me and Channel Mum no longer worked together. They kind of cut me off. They didn't want to know. So then I was on my own for a little bit and managed myself and just got the work in by myself and did all my admin stuff myself and whatnot. And now I've got a gorgeous, lovely manager, Meg, who I've been with for, I think coming up to, I think it'll be 2 years, 3, maybe 2 years. Yeah, I think 2 years now. And she is amazing, and she gets me all my branded work, and she's so lovely. I've become really good friends with her, as well as her being my manager and everything like that. She's just so lovely, and we've got a great relationship, and she gets me great working with brands. And yeah, I'm so much happier now, and I can actually just be myself, whereas before I feel like a lot of just Channel Mum was very, if you're not good, if you're not like being the perfect mother and the perfect, sharing the perfect life and the perfect, I don't know, like being perfect online and not swearing or not saying anything negative or not, you know, things like that, then you weren't going to be with them for very long, because they didn't want that. They wanted the perfect mum and the perfect person that wasn't going to slip up and wasn't going to be a normal, real person like we all are. But yeah, I just like to keep it real and just be totally normal. I am me, and if anyone meets me in real life, I will hold my hands up. Everyone would say that I am exactly like I am in real life as I am online, because I'm just a normal girl, just sharing my everyday life. Someone else has asked, what is your main income now? My main income always has been working with brands. That is my main source of income. So when a brand contact my management and say, we want to work with Rebecca, we want her to advertise this product, or we want her to talk about this campaign that we've got running, and she needs to make a reel and she needs to make Instagram stories, that is my income. That is where I get my income from. Also affiliate links, so when I share an outfit or when I share products and links to things and it says affiliate link, I will make a percentage from the link clicks and from people purchasing stuff through my link. Like, it might be 5p, it might be 10p per link click, and then there's different affiliate programs that you can be a part of, and it makes different, higher commission, low commission, it all changes. And obviously YouTube as well, I earn money from AdSense, so the ads that run in YouTube videos, that's how content creators then make their money. So there's different multiple sources of income, but my main source of income is working with brands, and yeah, I love it. It also comes with its downfalls, like nothing's ever plain sailing, nothing's ever perfect in life. There's pros and cons to everything. I love what I do, but there's also, obviously, I think a lot of people think, oh, she creates this and she just sits there at her phone and makes the video and then sends it and it goes on Instagram and that's it. But there's a lot more to it than that. You get a long brief of what you have to do. You have to send them a concept of what your idea is that you're going to create, what you're going to create. and then you've got to film it all, then you've got to edit it all, then you've got to send it to the brand, then they've got to approve it, then they'll send it back and maybe say we wanted to change this and add this and cut this, and rewrite this or whatever, and then you've got to then do the edits and then send it back again and wait for the approval, and then you can get a live date to post it. So it's really not just as simple as I'm going to film a video and I'm going to upload it and I get paid for it. It's really not that simple. There's a lot of other things that go on in the background that's a lot harder than it looks, but I love it, and I love being creative. Like, I love making the videos, I love editing the videos, I love putting things together and making little vlogs and sharing products that I actually genuinely love and get to share with you guys, and usually give discount codes and things like that. So it's really nice for me to be able to do that. Someone has asked, have you stepped away from Instagram a bit recently? I'd say I'm definitely not as like chatty and as oversharing, or maybe like, because before, when I first started Instagram, I would just share every single thing. It would be, I would have 15 stories on every day of me just talking about what I'm doing and going through my whole day with you and telling you everything about my life. Whereas now I'm a little bit more reserved. I don't share every single thing that is going on. I try and keep things a little bit more private and share just, I still keep it totally real, and I'll share all the normal things, but I definitely aren't as chatty and as like open on Instagram as I used to be. But I do want to try and become a bit more chatty. I feel like because I've not talked a lot on my Instagram, you then have to try and find your confidence again to speak again and to talk more, if that makes sense. Because I feel like you lose it a little bit if you don't keep talking all the time. Then when you do come to talk on your Instagram stories and stuff, I feel like I'm like, oh, what am I going to say today, or what shall I talk about, what have I got interesting going on in my life? Because my life's pretty boring, really. It's just the same most days, and sometimes I think, what am I even sharing? Because surely nobody wants to see me getting up, sorting the kids out, making breakfast, going for a long walk. You know, like, my days are quite simple, and I love that, and I love having a nice quiet life and a peaceful life, and I just sometimes worry that it's not exciting enough and I don't do enough exciting things. But I guess that's what a lot of people just want to see, normal, real, everyday life. Someone's asked, never see your mum, is she okay? I don't have the best relationship with my mum. It's been going on for quite some time now. I've never ever addressed it or spoken about it, because obviously it's very private, it's my life, it's my mum at the end of the day. So I've never really gone into that, and I'm not going to go fully into it now. But yeah, we don't have the best relationship, lots of ups and downs. I have been to therapy because of it, and had a little bit of therapy for that, and still trying to work on it. We do speak. I don't see her very often, and she hasn't been to the new house or anything like that. But yeah, that's another story for another day. Maybe one day I'll feel comfortable talking about all of that, but right now there's nothing really to say about the matter, and I don't want to get fully into it, because it's her life as well, and it's just, yeah, I don't want to say anything about it. But just so you know, she's okay, I think, and well, she is okay. We just don't have the best relationship, which is sad, but that's just sometimes how life is. Sometimes you don't have the best relationship with your family. There's a quote that says you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends, and it's very true sometimes. It's, yeah, but that's as far as I'm going with that question. Someone's asked, how do you feel about plastic surgery, and have you ever had it? No, I haven't ever had it. I've only ever had Botox once, my lips done I think 3 times in the space of 11 years. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think more than anything, it just scares me. because I've thought many times about having a boob job, and then I just think I don't want them plastic silicone implants, whatever they are, inside me. Like, I just think I don't want that, because you just don't know how, you don't know what they're doing in there, or you don't know if something's going to go wrong, or I think things like that just really freak me out and scare me. If anything, I'd get like an uplift, because then you're not having anything actually put inside your body that you don't know what's happening to them. They could be like disintegrating, they could have a hole in, they could, like, you know, I don't trust it. I'm just too scared. Each their own. Like, I'm like, anyone that wants to go and get plastic surgery, good for you, you go, do you, and if it makes you happy, then that is amazing and that's so great. But I'm just way too scared to do anything like that. So no, I don't think I'll ever have any plastic surgery. I think the most I'll have is Botox and lip fillers, but I haven't had them for a long time now, for a while. So, and I've got no plans to at the minute. Someone's asked, what and where is your next holiday? So our next family holiday is in August. We're going to Tenerife. Other than that, we've not got anything else booked as a family, which makes me so sad, because normally we have a couple of holidays a year, and especially I'd really love to go back to Skiathos, because that's where we got married, and I just want to make it like a tradition to go every year, because I love it so much and I just love being there. It makes me happy, it's my happy place, and I love it. It's just amazing, it's the best place. But at the moment, that is all we have planned, and I'm actually going to Spain next month for just 2 nights. I'm actually going to stay with my coach. If you'll follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I did like a 6-week plan. I'm still following quite a lot of the food, and I'm doing the workouts and everything, but I'm not to a really strict kind of plan anymore. I'm not like a meal plan, I'm just doing my own thing, but obviously keeping to maintain the weight that I've lost, because I lost just over a stone. So I'm just trying to maintain that and just still keep up with my healthy habits, and just doing things that fill up my cup and just make me happy, and just working on me. I'm like really enjoying trying new things and like doing different things for me that make me happy. Like, I'm really into like my wellness era. I feel like I'm just trying to do things that make me smile, like doing my affirmations on a morning and just journaling and writing things down that make me happy, and yeah, and just trying to do things like that. And I'm going over to Spain to go and stay with Sally, who is my coach, and we're actually working on something really, really exciting that I can't wait to share with you all, that will be coming out next month. I'm so excited. We've been, Sally as well has worked really hard on this, I've worked hard on it, we've both put so much like love and energy into this, and I'm just really looking forward to sharing it with you all. So I'm going over to Spain because that's where she lives, and we're going to get some really good content together and just get ready to share something that's super exciting with you all. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm nervous about leaving the kids, but obviously they're in good hands, being with the dad, being with Steve. He's got it all under control, and it's only 2 nights, so it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to Australia or anything. I'm only going to Spain. It's only like a 2.5-hour flight, and it's good for me. Like, I'm doing something that is going to help me and benefit me, and if I'm happy, I always try and, oh, what's it doing? Well, my camera just died then. It got too warm and I had to cool down, apparently, because I'm sat in front of the window and it's quite sunny, so it got all warm, so that cut off, and I don't know where I was at now because I've just been chasing Steve around the house. He's been winding me up. But I think I was saying it's also like going to benefit me going out to Spain for 2 nights, because it's filling up my cup, and when I'm happy, everyone around me is happy. I feel like I always live by that quote, that if you're happy, then everyone around you is also happy. You've got to do things that make you feel good. So yeah, it should be really good. We're going to get loads of great content filmed. We're going to get loads of sunshine and just relax, just switch off a little bit, because life is full on as a family of 5. It's very full on. And I also like urge Steve to do the same. Like, we both should have that time where we're away from the kids, away from each other, and just have time with our friends or with people that we're connecting with, and like making great life choices. Like, this is hopefully going to be something that benefits me and Sally and will be really good for everybody. And yeah, I'm just super excited and I can't wait to share with you all what we've been working on. So I think I'll leave the juicy Q&A there. I've answered quite a lot of questions. This video is going to be so long, so I'm going to get to work and edit it, but I hope you all enjoyed seeing this and finding out a little bit more, maybe things that you wanted to know, things that I haven't really talked about and opened up about. And I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.